Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking a look at SunEdison. Now, I did a recent broadcast on SunEdison yesterday, actually, but the drama just keeps continuing, so I'm doing another one. As you guys know already, I'll recap some of the fundamentals in case you don't know what's going on with SunEdison, but they're currently facing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They've delayed their earnings again and again and again. They're in a blackout period, employee blackout period, meaning that they cannot add to their 401b, 401k, employee pension plans and that sort of thing. They're not allowed to trade SunEdison. And then we also have Terraform Power, its subsidiary, suing it. And today we have some more news coming out. Two more lawsuits coming up against SunEdison. Let me guys tell you what that's about. One of these lawsuits is from Bernstein Liberum LLP, announcing that it's investigating Terraform Power and is controlling shareholder SunEdison. And it's a class action lawsuit that's been filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Maryland on behalf of the class consisting of all persons or entities who purchased the securities of Terraform Power between May 7, 2015 and March 15, 2016. There's another lawsuit that also was announced today. Let me tell you guys what that's about. So we have a lawsuit from Omega against SunEdison. Leon Koperman's Omega Advisors is alleging in California State Court that SUNE misled investors about how much cash it had, which goes back to the SEC investigation, which was about cash claims on the balance sheet being falsified. So now there's another lawsuit for that specific reason, not just the SEC investigation, but an actual lawsuit here. It also names 10 banks which underwrote deals for SUNE, including Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. SunEdison is preparing to file for bankruptcy amid a collapse in its share price and dwindling cash, Wall Street Journal reported. And the Securities Exchange Commission and the Department of Justice are investigating matters related to the company's liquidity and steps it took last fall to shield its problems from investors, according to filings and people familiar with the matter. Now let me just reread that real quick. Are investigating matters related to the company's liquidity and steps it took last fall to shield its problems from investors. Shield its problems from investors. When you rely on financial statements like that, you're in a whole world of shit. You cannot be making up false claims on financial statements. That is a big, big no-no. Anyway, that's the updated news I have for you guys. Basically, everything's going on already. And we have two more new lawsuits being filed against SunEdison. So SunEdison is really getting kicked while it's down, so to speak. Now let's take a look at this chart. So this is just a 2-day chart. We have the aftermarket. Oop, let me adjust that setting. We have the aftermarket, after hours. We have the pre-market and after hours here from Friday. This is Monday's period. This is Monday after hours. Then we have today's pre-market, which is Tuesday trading, and then Tuesday's after hours as well. So right off the bat, as you guys can see, and as you probably know, SunEdison kicked some ass today. At a few points during the day, it was actually up 100% even. A huge increase there. Now fundamentally, nothing has changed to make SunEdison more bullish. So my speculation is that this was just a pump, really. And you can see that it really was just a pump because it really fell down from we were at about 42 cents here. We fell all the way down to about 30 cents right at the end of the end of the trading period. I think that was like the last 30 minutes or the last hour of trading. But it actually held up fairly well after hours. It didn't come crashing down anymore. So it looks like it kind of found some weak support around 28 cents or so. Now I have hard support right around 21 cents. And I have hard resistance right around 47 cents. So, fundamentally, like I said, nothing has changed for SunEdison. I wouldn't recommend investing in SunEdison because it could be in a world of trouble. However, if you're a day trader, there could still definitely be money made. I mean, a lot of people, including myself, traded SunEdison today and made some really good money on that. Now, I'm not holding any shares anymore. I did exit my position earlier today, but it was definitely a nice chunk of change to come up on. And it was a fairly steady rise. You can see it did dip a little bit there, and it did dip a little bit there. But aside from the crash right before the market closed, it was a very steady increase. And there was some good money to be made indeed. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out to day trade SunEdison tomorrow again. It could be a crazy day, though. I'm pretty sure we have an FOMC meeting, so the whole market could be a little wacky tomorrow. If I do enter SunEdison, it will be a speculative, smaller position just to be safe, but I'm going to keep my eyes out on a day trading position tomorrow for it. And there's really not much else to say. SunEdison still oversold on the 1-day chart. What we have here is a 5-minute chart. Each of these candles is a 5-minute time frame, and we got the 2 days here. So you could say this is a 2-day, 5-minute time frame, or chart rather. Our RSI right in the middle, but starting to leg down. We had a bearish cross on the MACD after hours. But if I draw a line here, let's see how it ended before the market closed. So we were actually oversold, and we were in a, well, look at that. It was green but red. So we were in a bearish MACD, but we closed in the green, and we ended up going overbought during after hours. So there was some after hours movement, but it wasn't very much, but it wasn't enough to move the RSI. So that it could be a sign of weakness, but we really need to see how pre-market plays out and how our opening plays out. I hope we have an opening similar to what we had today. If it does, if SunEdison does run again, I hope it's opening like this. You know, no one likes an opening where it just skyrockets at the start. That's a pretty nervous opening for any day trader to get into, because there's a good chance you could be buying at the top and you lose a ton of money real quick. So hopefully we have another opening like this where it's kind of slow and steady and giving people a chance to get in before it really takes off. That would be ideal, but we'll find out. Just back to the technicals real quick. The 1 day is still oversold, of course. We've had such a huge decrease in price per share. No surprise that it's oversold. However, on the 2 hour and the 1 hour, 30-minute time frames, I saw that we were approaching overbought right around towards the middle. And on this 5-minute, once again, we are overbought, but it is during after hours. Or rather, we're not overbought, but we're in the channel from overbought. But that was occurring from after hours. So we really need to see how it plays out tomorrow. Anyway, I'll be watching SunEdison. I'm still bearish on it. This run doesn't make me any less bearish on SunEdison. The fundamentals are still, part of my French, but they're still pretty screwed. But all it takes is some good news, and this thing could go running real quick. Look at what happened today. There was no new news, and SunEdison ran because it was pumped up. So even though I'm bearish overall, I'm still going to be looking to day trade this thing and make some money on it. So I wish you guys luck if you're doing the same thing. Hopefully tomorrow we can get some easy gains. Talk to you later.